I think it's about time I talk about Animal Crossing Switch on this channel. I'm extremely excited to see what this game actually looks like, and even more excited to play it when it comes out later this year. Hopefully, that is. I've been a fan of the Animal Crossing series since the original on the GameCube, and it's been years since we got a brand new game. A brand new core game at least. But I have some ideas for this new entry. And by ideas, I mean some crazy ideas. Don't take these ideas as my actual expectations for the game. Obviously, I don't expect these things to happen. These are just things that I think would be really cool additions. But with that out of the way, let's get into 5 new features and additions I would love to see in Animal Crossing Switch. The first idea I have in mind are shared online towns. Yeah, I'm thinking about a town that you and your online friends could live in and take care of together. And you and your friends would be able to visit these towns whenever you want, whether or not one of you is offline. Obviously, these towns would be separate from your own single-player town, because it's meant to be just some little extra thing on the side. It would be stored in Nintendo servers, you would only be able to play them if you had a Nintendo Online membership, but most importantly, these specific towns would be a lot smaller, and could even be more akin to the towns in the original Animal Crossing on GameCube, or Animal Forest on N64. In fact, let's make these towns an exact replica of those games. Tortimere would still be the mayor, Tom Nook would still own his store, and you would even look like the original villager, you know, with the hat and horns. In a way, it's sort of like an HD remake of the original game with online features. We could even go further with this idea, by having it all make sense in the Animal Crossing world, so it doesn't ruin your immersion. All you would have to do is make the whole thing a dream. Just reuse the dream suite that was introduced in Animal Crossing New Leaf to access these online towns, and bam. It all makes sense. If you want to be even more realistic, remove the whole GameCube Animal Crossing thing and just make it a second town that's online only, that friends can visit and take care of when you're offline. This would pretty much double the replayability, and would be a good incentive for people to buy Nintendo Switch Online. It would also be a pretty cool feature while you're just waiting for your own single-player town to grow and expand in real time. If you played the original Animal Crossing game, you probably remember the NES games. You were able to play these NES games in their entirety, but they were removed in later games. Probably due to Nintendo eventually selling them as Game Boy Advance games, and later on, Wii Virtual Console games. But now on the Switch, we have all of the NES games you would ever want in one place, if you have a Nintendo Online membership. So how would this work in Animal Crossing Switch if we already have an app with NES games? Short answer, it wouldn't. But what if I brought up something even better? What if you were able to play Virtual Boy games if you owned a Nintendo Labo VR headset? I know, I'm insane, but it makes a lot of sense, right? The Labo headset would be a furniture item in-game, and you would have to buy the Virtual Boy games at some store. Maybe they could even add a new store that's literally just a GameStop. This brand new store would have the Virtual Boy games, all of the Nintendo-themed items, and possibly even other gaming-related furniture. I love the Virtual Boy idea. I've always wanted to play the Virtual Boy games in the right way, and if they were added into Animal Crossing, I would buy a Labo VR right away. Other than Virtual Boy games, they might be able to do SNES, N64, or maybe even Game Boy games. Probably not even the full games, but something more like the masterpieces from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and even Smash Bros. Wii U. Those were basically just trials of the games, and had a set time limit of just a few minutes. Yeah, that is a lot less interesting than the full-fledged Virtual Boy games, but I'd take it over nothing at all. Something I've wanted, and something I'm sure many other Animal Crossing fans have wanted for some time now, is simply more inventory space. Pockets in Animal Crossing can hold a ton of items, but it's just not enough most of the time, especially if you're buying items from other people's towns or catching bugs and fish on Tortimere's Island. To solve this, I've come up with a genius idea. This genius idea is called a backpack. crazy, I know, but with this new backpack, you can hold 3 times, 5 times, maybe even 10 times the amount of items than your pockets can. Nintendo can mess around with this backpack idea in so many different ways. For example, there could be different types of backpacks that can hold specific items, like a bug backpack or a fish backpack. There can also be backpack expanders where you can increase the amount of space. Overall, backpacks would be such a helpful feature. No more storing extra items in 10 empty letters, no more storing bugs and fish instead of cabinets and lockers. In fact, backpacks would pretty much be just portable cabinets. A pretty simple idea compared to the last 2 ideas I suggested, but I still got a couple more. Just like in the 3.0 update for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, shared content is something I would love to see in the new Animal Crossing game. Shared content such as patterns, town tunes, and maybe even other new features we don't know about just yet. In Animal Crossing New Leaf, we kind of got shared content for custom patterns and whatnot, but you had to take pictures of QR codes, and while the Switch does have a camera and the right Joy-Con, it would be much better if you were able to download these custom created items in an online section of some sort. And hey, there could even be a new shop dedicated to the custom content. Besides patterns and town tunes, I'm not entirely sure what else you could share. Possibly screenshots, custom-made furniture, or like I said, some new feature we don't know about yet. Not a crazy addition or anything, but it would definitely be nice. In my Dream Nintendo Direct video I made a few weeks ago, I started the video off by talking about the new Animal Crossing Switch game. I was pretty vague when I was explaining one of the new additions, and that was because I planned on explaining it further in this video. So basically what I was trying to say was that the game would have a bigger focus on traveling to different areas than past games. Porter the monkey would be a pilot, and he would fly you to these new areas, in a plane of some sort. You had different areas to travel to in past games, like Tortimer Island and the city from City Folk. But what if you were able to travel to both of those places, and then some in the Switch game? New areas could include a jungle of some sort. In this jungle, you could find exclusive bugs and find animal villagers that live only in that area. There could be an Arctic area, where you could do ice fishing contests and meet penguins that might even give you exclusive items. Essentially, these would be places you can travel to just chill out in, do exclusive activities in, and possibly get animals from those areas to move into your own town. I'm sure you could do a whole lot more with this idea of more areas, but I think you get the point. Just like the shared online mini-towns, this would add a lot of replayability, especially if you're a collector in Animal Crossing. There would be more stores to visit on a daily basis, more bugs and fish to catch, and like I said, possibly exclusive items from the villagers that live there. It would be pretty big if they added a bunch of new areas to travel to, yeah, but in the end, it's just extra stuff to do, and the Animal Crossing experience, the main Animal Crossing experience, would not change at all. That was 5 new features I personally would love to see in Animal Crossing Switch. Features that aren't realistic, but hey, crazy speculation is fun speculation. Thanks for watching the video. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do another Animal Crossing speculation video in the future, but hey, I might. If you did enjoy the video, and if you want more wacky predictions from me, along with potentially Animal Crossing streams in the future, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Sometimes YouTube doesn't give out notifications for my videos. I noticed that. So you can also follow me on Twitter and join my Discord server to get video and stream notifications. I now have to go and take care of my new puppy. He's a crazy dog, so I might not make it out alive, but hopefully I can get out another video before this maniac eliminates me from the face of this earth. Farewell, my friends. Goodbye.
Hmm.